Hello students, in the present video we will study about the dispersal of fruit and seeds. The seeds are dispersed when liberated from dehiscent fruits, while in case of indehiscent fruits, this process occurs by the dispersal of whole fruits. The seeds and fruits are disseminated to different distances from their parents in order to get sufficient space, light, and nutrients for successful propagation and evolution of the species. Normally, they do not possess power of locomotion and therefore they are dependent on some external agencies for their dispersal. There are various agencies, either may be air, water, animals, and man. Sometimes they are dispersed by special explosive mechanisms. Students, these are the figure of the dispersal of fruit and seeds. The dispersal of seeds and fruits may be of two types: by plant itself, that is autochory, means by the mechanical dispersal. Second, that is the by external agencies. Under this, that is three types: anemochory, by the help of the air or wind. Second, hydrochory, by the help of the water. Third, zoochory, that is dispersal by help of the animals and man. Next, we are starting from the autochory. The dehiscent fruits disperse their seeds when they burst with a sudden jerk. It is also called the mechanical dispersal or explosive dispersal. There are some of the examples: dry pods of leguminous plants, example pea, bean, etc., break into two valves and which twist spirally to throw the seeds to long distances. Ripe fruits of balsam, castor, passy, etc., burst open into valves which roll to push out the seeds. In skirting cucumber, the mucilage containing seeds are ejected like a fountain, that is like a fountain, when the fruits get separated from their stalks. Next, that is the anemochory. That is the anemochory. The dispersal of fruits and seeds through the agency of the wind or air current is called the anemochory. The anemochorous plants usually possesses the number of adaptive features for the dispersal. Out of them, that is one is the lightweight and minute seeds. Lightweight, minute, and dusty seeds are easily blown away to long distances by the wind or air currents. Seeds of orchids are smallest in the plant kingdom. Each seed weighs only 0.004 gram and they can be carried to over 1000 km by the light wind. Next, that is the winged seeds and fruits. That is also see the figure in this. The fruits and seeds develop thin, dry, and membranous wing-like structures to float in air or wind and carried to long distances. Example, winged fruits are heptopitelia, holopitelia, not hepto, holopitelia, acer, terminalia, soria, etc. Examples of winged seeds are moringa, cinchona, etc. Next, that is the parachute-like peppers. The fruits develop parachute-like peppers by the modification of persistent calyx. Example, member of composite, Sonchus, Cosmos, etc. Next, that is parachute-like coma. The seeds develop tufts of hairs which help them to float in air as the parachute. Example, Calotropis, Alastonia, etc. Next, sensor mechanism. The small sized seeds are dispersed through small openings on the fruits. These pores these pores allow only few seeds to disperse at a time when fruits swing in the air. Example, poppy. Example, poppy. Argemone mexicana, dog flower, etc. Next, balloon-like appendages. The floral parts of some plants become inflated. They float in the air and are carried to long distances. Example, physalis, in which the persistent calyx is inflated. Next, rolling mechanism. There are some annual plants, example Amaranthus album, Chenopodium album, Salsola, etc. Dry out after bearing seeds by dry out after bearing fruits and seeds. मतलब ये plants completely सूख जाते हैं after bearing fruits and seeds. And they get uprooted जड़ के साथ में with roots means जड़ के साथ में वे उखड़ जाते हैं by the help of the wind or by the force of the wind and roll over the ground शेडिंग देयर सीड्स ऑन द वे, और ग्राउंड के ऊपर रगड़ते हुए रोल होते हुए वो लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस को कवर करते हैं. ड्यूरिंग द रोलिंग आउट, और ड्यूरिंग रोलिंग आउट द दिस disperse their seeds. These rolling plants are collectively called the tumbleweeds. Are called the tumbleweeds. Next, hydrocory by the help of the water. The seeds and fruits growing in seeds and fruits of plants growing in or near water are dispersed through the water. Such plants generally develop some kind of floating devices and a protective covering. Example, in Coccus nucifera, the fruits possesses fibrous mesocarp which encloses large air spaces to help them float in the water. To help them float in the water. The outer pericarp, sorry, the outer epicarp is and shiny, shiny and waxy. Due to these type of adaptations, the fruits are carried away to long distances along the sea currents. In Nelubium, means lotus, seeds are embedded in spongy thalamus, which floats in water and carried to long distances by the water currents. In water lily, the seeds are small and light. They are, they are provided with air-filled aril which keep them floating in the water. Next, that is the zoochory, that is dispersal by the animals including the human beings. Such fruits and seeds possess some special type of adaptations for their dispersal. Some of them are as the fruits and seeds are either sticky. You see the images in this slide. The fruits and seeds are either sticky, example agel, cleome, plumbago, or provided with hooks, example xanthium, arena, or spines, example tribulus, stiff hairs, example aristida, sticky glands, example bohria. These fruits and seeds get attached to the skin, fur, or hair, wool of some passing animals and carried to some distance. Some plants produce fleshy and edible fruits. These edible fruits are eaten by animals, example in like the birds, squirrels, monkeys, cattle, etc., and human beings also. If the seeds are large, example mango, apricot, etc., they are thrown here and there. If the seeds are small, they are eaten along with fruits, example tomato, guava, chili, fig, These fruits are not digested. Sorry, these seeds are not digested, means small size seeds, they are not digested. They pass unharmed through alimentary canal and discarded with excreta at places. Next, the human travelers carry some ornamental and economically important plants or their seeds from one country to another and help in dispersal of the seeds and fruits. Some of the economically important plants dispersed by man are potato, maize, tobacco, groundnut, tea, cabbage, rubber, cinchona, etc. Seeds of some unwanted weeds are carried to long distances from one country to another along with the transportation of the grains. Example lantana, parthenium, Argemone mexicana have been dispersed along with useful grains. Students, dispersal of fruits and seeds is finished with this video. Thanks.